Hi everyone! Today I thought I'd do a little mini review of these pencils and cover in a picture with them so we could see what they're like. Now these are Holbein artist coloured pencils, as you can see from this tin, which is absolutely beautiful, and it's only a tin of 12, and these are some of their pastel shades of colour. Now the first thing I love about the tin, can you see these two little black marks? You push them and it opens. I don't know if you hear the click. I'll do it again. So it opens the tin, so you can open it really nicely. And this is their sort of leaflet. I just keep it in there so I can drool over all the colours. And here are the colours that are in the tin. Now I'm not going to tell you all about the colours now. I thought I would colour something in with them and tell you what colours there are. I've just sharpened them already and just put them in this sort of rainbow order so we can have a go. So I'm just going to move them slightly aside. And I'm going to colour in this book. This is the Miniature Enchanted Forest, and I thought this tree might be a rather good one to do. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because it'll be easier for you to see if it's a bit closer. There we go. And make a start. So I'm going to start with the lightest yellow, which is this one here. Gosh, it's quite hard to see. There we go. It's the cream colour. And I'm going to just start at the top of the tree. I'm going to do a very basic shading technique where I do it a little harder at the top and then just reduce the layer towards the bottom so it's lighter at the bottom of the leaf. Now it doesn't really show up with the yellow cream type colours, but I'm just going to make it consistent through. So there are those three. You can probably see it a little bit. So that's the cream. Now there's mixed reviews of these pencils. I just wanted to show you, actually see how thick it is. This is a Faber-Castell Polychromo pencil, and I reckon they're a bit thicker than those, which is something I've just observed. And I've got a Prismacolor here, actually I can show you. Oh, sorry. They're definitely thicker than those. Oh, that's a very thin. Oh yeah, that is a skinny one. Hang on. Oh. Doesn't want to come out of my drawer, but you can see it. Look, to me it seems a little chunkier, but maybe it's about the same, and it looks quite similar to a Polychromo's pencil. It's rolled away. So this is the Naples Yellow that we also get in the set, and we'll do a few more leaves. I'm just going to use the same technique for all the leaves, as I said. Now these cost me a lot of money, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Now I ordered them online, I think through Amazon, but I couldn't be sure. As you can see, I've used them quite a lot. I've had them quite a while. I was shocked when I ordered them. I paid whatever the price was, but when they arrived, I had a note saying go and pick up from the post office, and the import duty on them, which I had to pay, and when I added the import duty to the postage, it came to as much as I paid for the pencils. So I felt a little bit cheated in that sense. This is the Salmon Pink, which I also think is a bit orangey. You can see what you think. So it made me feel a bit cross. Obviously it isn't Holbein's fault, that's got nothing to do with them, and because they came from Japan, so we had to pay import duty. Obviously what you might have to pay will depend on where you live, so that was a little bit disappointing, and obviously they're an expensive brand of pencil anyway. However, now they are stocked in a shop in the UK, and you can buy open stock, meaning you can buy single pencils as well as sets like this tin. You can buy the 50 pastel shades, I think it is, and you can buy the whole lot. I think there's 150. So you can now buy them, and I can't remember for sure how much they are. I will link in the description to the place that sells them. They're actually they've got two branches in the UK, as far as I'm aware. They do mail order, and one of them is really close to where I live, so I feel rather nice supporting them. The other one's in London, so that's rather nice. So I will provide some links, and they're called Jackson's Art. I am an affiliate, so just to warn you about that. But I applied because I knew I was going to be recommending them as a stockist. But they are still expensive. Pink is our next colour, so obviously be warned. Now with regards to how they go down on the paper, which is obviously quite important as well, I feel that they're quite soft. You can see that I can get quite a vibrant colour out of them. I haven't needed to layer up lots of times, I can get colour out. For me, they say they're pastel, but I actually find it quite hard to get a really light colour out of them because they're quite pigmented. But that's quite good, I think, for I'm heavy-handed, so other people aren't, so they might like that. I haven't tried blending them in with other brands very much, so, but I have never had trouble with that with any other brands of pencil. I can't see why you would with these. I couldn't tell you if they're wax or oil, to be honest. I don't really know the difference. I know some are sort of harder and have to be layered, and some blend better. I've got no clue. I just use pencils and enjoy the colours and use the same colouring method with all pencils. Now this is the Rose Pink, which is a slightly lighter pink. I'm going to go into the middle for this one. Now you just heard that snap, sharpening them. Now they're a soft pencil, I would say, probably on a par with Prismacolor maybe, although some people say they're in between Prisma and Poly. I think it's quite a personal thing, but I find them quite soft. One of them crumbles quite a lot when I sharpen it, but the others don't, so I don't know whether one of them is a little bit faulty or whether some colours aren't so good as others. I have found in polychromos, for example, my purples crumble more than any others, and I don't know why. They don't crumble a lot, but when I sharpen them. This is the Mauve colour. And where should we go for this? Here. So as I say, I had one that crumbled quite a bit, and that sort of put me off using them, because obviously when they're expensive they then start to break. You get a bit upset, and so it put me off for a while. But I've used them for a recent picture and I was really pleased. I used them for a background because I haven't got many colours. It would be a bit restrictive palette to use in a picture, and because there's only sort of one shade in each sort of colour group roughly, it means that you can't do loads with them. Obviously if you had a full box you could, or if you mix them with other packs. I'm just looking at what I've got left. I think I have to move on to another colour quite quickly or else we're going to run out of page. Moving up. So this is, it looks a bit bluey, but it's Wisteria. It's a purple colour. I don't know how things often look a little bit bluey in my camera screen. So I don't know how bluey it actually is. And the sun's just gone in, so it's affected my light. So I quite like the fact that you don't need to layer them down hugely to get nice colour out of them. That's always a positive for me. Obviously you do with polychromos, and I am used to that, but sometimes it's nice to have something a little bit different. I just sharpen them with my normal sharpener. I just sharpen them all just before this, and I used my just my Staedtler Noris Club sharpener. It's quite a new one that I've got. I use them a lot, but the blade had gone blunt. This is a new one and it sharpened them really nicely. Always make sure your blade is nice and sharp, or else it will crumble your pencils. So that's that one. Now I have been tempted to buy more of these. As I say, the price puts me off, but now I can get them from the UK. This is a Lavender Blue. It reminds me of this blue colour from the polychromos, which I haven't got a colour for it because it's so little. So I'll show you at the end a background that I did with them, so that you can see how they blend together, because obviously I'm not blending them at all here. I'm just layering them slightly and not mixing the colours up. There we go. Now let me see. Yeah, I'm just checking if I've got space for all my colours here. This is the sky blue. Now to me that isn't a particularly pastel-y colour. Some of them I don't think aren't, like the purpley one. Oh, excuse me. I felt that it wasn't that pastel-y, but they're still nice colours. And if you had the box of 50, which they do, obviously you'd get a bigger range. And there's a lot of sort of beigey browny yellows in that, and I think they look really nice. But obviously it all depends on what you like. Now there was a little time when lots of people from the colouring groups bought these, and this particular tin, which is when I bought mine, everyone was buying them. Sort of jump on the bandwagon and have a go. So that was fun. Now we move into the sort of greeny colours. This is called ice green. This is quite a bluey green. Let me just push up. I think I'm going to do some of the trunk with this, and then some of it with so I might do the birds as well with one of the colours. So we'll do that bit. And we have got this green. This is a cobalt green. Still slightly bluey, I think. I don't know how well it shows up. Just trying to make out the pattern on here. Don't want to colour, I think there's a space, don't want to colour in that space. But overall, I think I could very, very quickly get used to these, and they might become my go-to pencil, to be honest. The last one here is called Lettuce Green, and this is my longest. It's because it crumbled when I first sharpened it. I sort of got a bit scared of using it, to be honest, and so I didn't use it, but it's okay now. It might have been the sharpener. I'm going to do that one quite solid. It might have been the sharpener. It looks very yellowy in that light. The sun's just come out, which changes the colour of everything. But anyways, it's actually stayed, that end stayed really nice to colour. It hasn't crumbled. You can see it's a little bit chipped there, look. But otherwise, I think it's okay. I find bad sharpening tends to chip pencils rather than bad pencils. So I'm going to zoom out, now I've finished, to show you how that looks. Let's push that up a bit. There we go. So there we go. There are the pencils. Ooh, let's pop them there for you. So they're all the different shades, and that's those. So I would say they are a very nice pencil, but whether they're good value for money, I think depends on how well you get on with this type of pencil, and how much you can afford, really. And I would always recommend buying a few open stock or a smaller size tin before going in and buying a load, because you know it's a lot of money to waste if you don't like them. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that and it was informative, and happy colouring.